want to say I'm not a therapist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just sharing my experience, so let me know if it helps. Let me know if it causes an issue for you or you have strong feelings about it. That's what this is really for. That's why there's a comment section, so hit me up there for sure. If you were abused or neglected as a child, I want to share what I've learned to help overcome some of those wounds in 3 basic categories. 1, changing your mindset so that you can change your future. And 2, feeling what you're really feeling. Hey, thanks for checking out another video. I'm really glad you're here. This is very unscripted, but I wanted to take a few minutes to just share what I've learned about my experience from therapy after about 7 months. If you've been abused or neglected in your childhood, you have to understand that you're missing some fundamental emotional building blocks. This is what I had to come to terms with, that my therapist has been reiterating to me over and over. So to everybody who's had that experience, or if you know someone who has, stick around, because I'm going to share what you can do to help rebuild that emotional building block that you might have missed from either neglect or abuse in your childhood. First, it's so important to, number 1, if you were neglected or abused, understand that there are feelings that you may have suppressed that may be locked away. I've realized during meditations that I actually have trouble feeling what I'm really feeling. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I can be with other people, have an experience, but so much of the time I'm thinking about their experience. I'm thinking about the third-party perspective, and it's taken me a lot of work to get to the point where I can enjoy myself, be in the moment, stay in the moment, and not worry about the other person's experience so much. The other thing is, if you had that experience as a childhood, if you were missing some of those building blocks and you've had some separation from that over a few years, find a way to balance self-medication and escape. I heard an interesting theory recently, self-medicating isn't bad, it's something we all do so that we can deal. If you weren't to ever do any self-medicating, no coffee, nothing that was sweet, no drugs, no smoking, no alcohol, you would constantly be facing whatever block you're dealing with. I think that's probably the ideal. I would love to be able to cut everything out. Where I currently live in society, that's not gonna happen for me. I've done fasting before where I've taken time to not eat anything or do anything, but pray and meditate. And that's definitely worked wonders for me. But the point I'm trying to make here is realize what you're using and why you're using it. I've avoided certain things up until now that now I'm considering, all right, maybe that would actually help me. And I've also attached myself to some things up until now that I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can go for a while without smoking weed. Maybe I can go for a while and just kind of put this stiz on hold and see how can I progress and deal with what I'm currently dealing with. The last thing I want to say about if you were neglected or abused as a child, you can change your future, and so can I. But we have to understand it starts here with our perspective. The feelings and thoughts we have about what happened and what are those fundamentals for us, they're still running in the background. So unless you've done the work to go reprogram what is running in the background, you may need some rebuilding of that subconscious. I do this with positive affirmations and meditation. I don't do it perfectly, but it helps me so much when I can meditate daily and have positive affirmations that I listen to when I'm doing work that's either creative or doesn't require a lot of attention, so that I can just hear these statements of, I approve of myself, I love myself, I take good care of myself every day. Things like that. When you hear enough of them, they kind of just echo in the background, right? So for me, I'm trying to replace the negative things that echo in the background with positive things that echo in the background, because ultimately that's what I'm going to be attracting. Okay, in conclusion, I want to say that we can absolutely reframe our mind, reframe our paradigm. If you grew up with an experience where you were taught a negative belief about yourself, you can absolutely change that. And that's what's going to change what you're attracting into your life. And it goes for me as well. So I hope this was helpful. I just wanted to take a few minutes to kind of go off script and share what I've learned to help compensate for the negativity that I've been through in my past. And I know a lot of us have been through a lot, so I hope this helps somebody. Please let me know if you have any other questions or if you want to talk about it more directly. I'm going to link the Spotify playlist Mindful AF here in the comments right below. Go check it out. I made this playlist for anybody dealing with anxiety or depression. It really helps me calm down, feel a little more comfortable, and I hope it helps you too. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and tell me what you thought about this video in the comments. I'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing day.